Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetnews.com and today we are going to do a quick comparison in between these two iPhones. And one of these iPhone is actually a fake iPhone, whereas the other one is an original one. We are going to do this video especially for those people who might have already bought a phone which looks like an iPhone but it is not an iPhone, and how you can actually find out whether it is the original iPhone or a duplicate one. This is something which we are going to tell you in this video. Or in case you are planning to buy a fake iPhone deliberately because you don't want to spend that much amount of money which an iPhone 6 actually will cost you. So iPhone 6 definitely cost you a big amount of money, and in case you are in countries like US, UK, where you might be able to get iPhone 6 on a contract, so in that case again you will have to pay a pretty good amount, but you can pay it in several installments. Whereas in the countries like India and some part of Asia, where you can only buy an iPhone for the complete price, you have to pay down forward. In that case it becomes fairly difficult to get an iPhone which is like costing too much of money. So we are comparing these two phones as of now. As you can see, I don't know whether you have already find out that which one is a fake one and which one is the original one. We will do the comparison very soon. Let's start with the box first of all. Out of these two, this one is the original iPhone 6 which I have with me. This is the iPhone 6 gold version, 64GB, which I'm using. This is the original one, whereas this one, which looks exactly like the original one, is actually a fake iPhone. This is a fake iPhone 6 which is kind of lighter in terms of the weight, and this one is slightly heavier, I would say. And this is actually made up of cheap quality of material, which is plastic at the back, which is the major difference. And I will tell you more differences in detail, how you can actually differentiate in between a fake iPhone and an original iPhone. So let's take a look over the box. This is how the box look like. First of all, the fake iPhone box is going to be more in terms of the height. This is the first differentiating factor, but again, if you don't have the original iPhone box with you, you won't be able to find out whether this one is a fake iPhone box or an original one. As far as the packaging is concerned, the packaging is very simple for an iPhone 6, and on the front you will see an image of the iPhone 6 being embossed on the box, and the same will go on the fake one as well. On this side you can see that we have iPhone written over there on this side as well, and this is the golden version which I have with me. This is written in a golden color, I would say, and the same is written over there. Again, these two things won't be able to tell you basically whether the fake one is this one or this one, because until you hold the device in your hand you won't be able to find it out. But there are some differences at the back side which you can easily notice. So on the original iPhone box, you will have all these details at which month it was manufactured, including the MRP, which is the exact price, and then you have a code over there, a barcode over there, and then you have the same thing over here as well, but you do not have this much information on the fake one. And the fake one is actually 128GB, and again it is even not 128GB, and then you have almost the same information written over there. They have copy pasted the complete information and put it over there. And then this is how the fake one look like at the back side. As far as the box is concerned, this is how it looks like on the back side on the original box. So you also have some information from Apple over there on the original one which you won't see on the fake one, which is something with which you can differentiate. And then you have the certifications over there which are going to be on this sticker but not going to be there on the box, whereas these things are actually printed on the box on the original iPhone box as compared to the fake one. So let me just open it and show you package contents. Inside the package you can easily find out which one is fake and which one is original. When you open the box you will see something like this, which I have it with me over here. So this is the fake one, the tray which actually holds the phone inside, and this is the original one. The quality of plastic is much different. It is very thin quality of plastic, whereas this is very good quality of plastic. And then you have a cutout over there for the iPhone 6 camera, which is not there on the fake one. Apart from that, if we take a look, this is how the charger will look like. This is a fake charger which is going to be a 1 ampere charger inside the package. And if you take a look over the original charger which comes with an iPhone 6, this is how it will look like. Even if it is an Indian pin charger, this is how the original charger will look like, and this is how the fake one will look like. And you can easily see that these are some of the differences with which you can find out. On the fake one, you will have some fake serial number mentioned, some model number mentioned, and other things which are also mentioned, and it is from Flextronics. So it is actually from Flextronics. This is a company which manufactures these cases, whereas the original one will have an Apple logo. So the original charger of an iPhone 6 will have an Apple logo. It will say designed by Apple in California and other details. They might be able to duplicate all these things, but still you can find out with the shape of these two chargers that which one is fake and which one is original. Apart from that, if further you go inside the package, you will find this cable, which is again something different from our original lightning cable, and we will tell you that later. So let me just keep these things aside, and then you will get a SIM ejection tool like this. SIM ejection tool actually does look like this, but it is not exactly this one. The original one is actually slightly smaller and it is made up of steel, whereas this one is made up of iron, I guess. I'm not sure, but definitely cheap in terms of the quality. And then you have these fake earpods. So the original earpods actually come within this kind of a package, with which you can easily find out. This package actually cost pretty good money, even for the packaging part, and you will not see this box over here on the fake ones. And again, in terms of the design, they will look exactly like the earpods, but the quality will be very cheap. As you can see, this is actually some sort of paper over there, so the quality will be very cheap. And again, they are made up of plastic, which you can easily find out. You can just tap on them, and they are very cheap quality of headphones which you will get within the package of the fake one. This is how the audio lead look like, whereas the audio lead on this one looks fairly different. As you can see, this is how it looks like, and it is actually broken over there. So this is also going to happen. And then you have these things over there which are kind of cutouts, which are also similar to this one, but they are going to be smaller in case you take a closer look. So you can easily find out the differences between these by just tapping on them. And if you see this cheap quality of plastic coming out, then definitely these are the fake earpods. So in case someone is selling them as like the original one, you can actually find it out. And the cable quality is also not going to be that great. So these are the things which you will get within the package. Apart from this, one thing which I wanted to highlight is the cable part. So with the help of this cable, you can easily find out. Sorry, I'm actually not very well, but that is why that thing you hear when I basically cough. So this is how the cable will actually look like. The original one is like this. Let it focus, let me focus that. Yeah, over there. I think it is focused now. So the original one will not have any kind of joints over there. This is complete one metal part, whereas the fake one will have a joint over there. As you can see, there is a joint in between this part and that part. So these two metal parts are actually separate. You can see a joint line over there, whereas you will not see the same on the original cable. And this is how it will basically look like if you actually want to compare these two. You can see the joint over there, but the same will not be there on the original cable. And this is the main thing which you can actually find out which one is fake and which one is original iPhone cable. So let me just get rid of the box and we'll show you now the phones. So we have the iPhone 6 fake one and the iPhone 6 original one over there. Let me just get rid of everything else, and maybe I just keep it here. Yeah, so here we have the fake iPhone 6 and the original iPhone 6. Yeah, so if you actually take a closer look onto these phones, you will be able to find out the differences, and this is something which I will tell you. First of all, the mute key on the original one is going to be very smooth in operation. It is a metal key, so it is very smooth in terms of operation, and the phone will vibrate, whereas the one which is there on the fake iPhone 6, it is going to be very difficult to move. So this is the first difference with which you can find out whether you are holding a fake iPhone 6 or an original one. So this is actually a plastic key over there, whereas this is a metal key which is very easy to operate, whereas this one is you will have to apply some force to actually move it. However, this one will also serve the purpose of making the phone go mute. Over here you can see that the keys over there are again going to emerge out slightly more as compared to the original iPhone. you can see they are emerging out slightly more, and these are plastic keys again. When you press these keys, you will see the flex. You will see the flex over there, whereas the same will not happen. When you press this key, the upper volume key will not be pressed, that because that is a separate key altogether. Whereas in this case on the fake iPhone 6, the keys are actually single part of plastic, and they are also emerging out. They will also give you this sound, whereas this one, the sound is not much different, but you can find out when you press the key, it is going to be the metal key, whereas this is the plastic key, and they will also have this flex. So this is something which will happen. As far as the bottom is concerned, the bottom is again kind of different. On the fake one, you will not see this metal ring over there. So this is the original one and this is the fake one. On the fake one, on the charging port part, you will not see this metal which is being used to actually protect the cable and the circuitry, whereas the same is not there on the fake one. When it comes to the fake iPhone 6 again, as far as the loudspeaker mesh is concerned, the loudspeaker mesh, you will not be able to see the speaker. There is a metal speaker actually behind this loudspeaker mesh cutout, which you won't be able to see over here on the fake one. So this is also a differentiating factor, and the same goes for the primary microphone jack. So primary microphone jack again has a metallic mesh over there, which you can see if you take a closer look, but the same does not happen on a fake iPhone 6. You have the 3.5 audio jack on both of these, but there is a white lining inside the 3.5 audio jack on the original iPhone 6, whereas the same is not happening on the fake iPhone 6. On this part, you can easily find out the differences. However, the one which I have got has a broken SIM tray, which is again does come out, and it will take a nano SIM inside. Then you have this part over there, which is the power and sleep key. The same way, the power and sleep key is actually metallic on the original iPhone 6, whereas it is a plastic key on the fake iPhone 6, with which you can easily find out. And once you press this key will have a lot of flex, whereas this one will not have that much of flex. Over here we can see that the SIM tray over there, which is again a metal tray over here, and it is a plastic tray. So once you take this tray out, if it is plastic, then definitely you are holding an iPhone 6 which is fake. On the top there is no difference, nothing, but at the back side on the top you can see the camera. So on the iPhone 6, which is the original iPhone 6, will have a metal ring which will protect the camera lens, and you can see this is how the camera will actually look like on a original iPhone 6, whereas the fake one will have a shiny chrome grill, which is actually plastic. So this is plastic shiny chrome grill, and the camera also look much different on these two. This is how the original camera of an iPhone 6 actually look like, and this is how the fake one actually look like. Again, both of these cameras can take photos and can record videos. And another difference with which you can actually find out whether you have a fake iPhone 6 or an original one, you can find it from the flash. So this is going to be a very regular flash, an LED flash, but this is a true tone, you can say a pretty good quality of flash. With the glass which you can see above the flash, you can see that this is very different in terms of the looks as compared to the fake one, and you can easily see the difference over there. And then you have the secondary microphone. Again, on the secondary microphone you can see the metallic mesh over there on the original iPhone 6, whereas the same you won't be able to see on the fake iPhone 6. And once we go from this to the logo part, the logo part is the main part with which you can actually find out. They normally put a sticker over here on the logo part, so it does not come out, because the logo part itself is actually a sticker on the fake iPhone 6, and you can actually get it out. I think I can remove this as well. So this is how they actually fake things. Especially these devices which are the fake iPhone are coming from Korea, not from China. This is a kind of compromise. So you can see that this is actually a sticker which is being applied on the phone body, whereas this is a logo which is embedded into the phone body. So as you can see the sticker the logo will emerge out, because it is actually a sticker on the fake iPhone 6, whereas the same will not happen over here. You will see the surface to be very even, and it is within the surface, whereas the same does not happen over here. You can actually slide your finger on this and you can find out which one is the fake one and which one is original one. So this is definitely fake, and you can see it from the sticker, which can actually come out, and you can make it come out to reveal that it is a fake iPhone 6. As far as the bottom is concerned, I would say don't actually look at these things, because these things won't be able to tell you which one is fake and which one is original. They have printed the same thing which you see over here. They have copy pasted everything, and when it comes to the IMI information, the IMI information is going to be different for every phone, so you cannot actually find out from that one. Apart from that, everything is same on these two phones. As far as the color difference is concerned, I don't know whether you can see that, but there is a definite color difference in between an original gold iPhone 6 which I have and the fake one. The fake one is actually made up of plastic. You can actually tap it like this and you will hear this sound which is plastic, whereas the same does not happen over it. This is a very different kind of sound as compared to this cheap quality of sound. So this is how it is. As far as the front profile is concerned, let's take a look over the front profile now. And the front profile is very interesting, because from the front you cannot actually identify which one is original and which one is fake. The original one actually has a tempered glass applied, but they look exactly the same. So as you can see, we have the front camera over here, front camera over here, we have the proximity sensor over there, the proximity sensor is also there, and then you have the earpiece. The earpiece is there, and you won't be able to basically find out from these two things whether which one is original and which one is fake. As far as the bottom on the front is concerned, you can see that there are some differences over there, and you can easily find out these differences. Again, the touch ID sensor on the home button on the iPhone 6, on the original iPhone 6, actually has a metal ring over there. So this metal ring actually makes sure that it protects the touch ID sensor, and then it will keep the home button working all the times, even when you are using touch ID sensor. Whereas this ring over here, which looks exactly like this, is slightly different in terms of the look. It is chrome finishing, whereas this is actually kind of golden finishing. I'm not sure whether the other color have different finishing, but definitely you can see that this is actually not metal. This ring is plastic. So this ring is plastic. If you scratch it, after some point of time you can actually remove the paint. So this is a chrome finish kind of plastic ring all around. However, one thing which they have done on the fake iPhone 6 is that they have made sure that they have some kind of sensor over there. So with the help of this sensor, you can actually unlock the phone. And the problem is that on the touch ID, for example, I have configured the touch ID with this finger. I can actually unlock the phone with this finger, so with this thumb. And if I basically unlock the phone on the original iPhone 6, if I try to unlock it from some other finger, it won't get unlocked, so nothing will happen. Whereas if you configure touch ID, which I have configured on this fake iPhone 6, you can potentially unlock it with any finger, from any hand. Anyone can actually unlock it. You just need to place your thumb over there, you can unlock it. You just need to place any of your finger, any other finger, and you can unlock it. So this is the problem. They have actually replicated things, but again, you can find it out in case you are looking at a fake iPhone 6. If it gets unlocked from anyone, from any finger, you just need to basically tap and hold over here, and it will get unlocked irrespective who is doing it. So it is actually not the touch ID sensor, it is some kind of sensor which is detecting your hand over there, and it is unlocking the phone. As far as the UI is concerned, the UI is completely fake again, and they have replicated it to a level so that you cannot actually find out which one is original and which one is fake. As you can see, the iconography is the same. However, if you go from one screen to another, you will see slight lag. I would say there is a slight lag which you may be able to see in the graphics. I'm not sure whether you can see that, but over here it is going to be very smooth. So as you can see, it is very smooth over here on the iPhone 6, the original one, whereas it is kind of laggy over here. And one thing with which you can easily find out which one is fake and which one is original is going to be on the basis of display quality. So display quality is very good over here. As you can see, it is almost viewable from this angle. You can see the iPhone 6 display from almost any angle without any issues. The same does not happen over here on the iPhone 6, which is a fake one. And if you take a look from this angle, you can see it, but you will see a slight gap in between the display digitizer and the display glass. So over here we have the glass, and there is a slight gap which you may be able to see over here in between, which is there in between the display digitizer and the main glass which is on the top of the phone, whereas the same does not happen over here. You won't be able to see any kind of gap in between the display glass and the digitizer, whereas the same you can notice over here on the fake iPhone 6. Talking about the UI, As you can see, both of these devices are actually on the same wallpaper. This is the default wallpaper of iPhone. So they have applied the same default wallpaper, they have given the same kind of clock style, so you won't be able to find it out from there. You can also launch the camera from here, and they have actually made sure that the UI look as close as possible to iPhone UI or iOS 8. So if I unlock the phone, you will see the same animations happening on both of these two phones, but there is good amount of lag over there which you can notice. But over here you will not notice the lag because this is the original one. Talking about the phone dialer, let's start with the phone dialer. From the phone dialer itself, you can actually find out the differences in between these two, but again these differences are not that much. So as you can see, this is how the phone dialer look like on both of these two phones. Again, this one is going to look slightly brighter, the color production is not going to be that great, and over here you will see the difference on the phone dialer, with which you can find out on the original iPhone 6 you will see the voice dial over there, voicemail actually, which is something which is not even here. So you can deactivate this voicemail and it can go away, but normally you will have it on any iPhone 6 which you will buy, and this is how you can differentiate in between these two phones as far as the UI is concerned on the phone dialer. And when it comes to the recent contacts, it is again the same kind of UI, so they have replicated the same UI so that you will not be able to find it out from this UI. When I come back and if I take a look over the settings, over here you can find out a lot of things about this phone. The setting UI is also very much optimized to make it look like iOS, and this is how the setting UI on the original one look like. So you will have the same iconography, you will have the same design, almost the same font. They have replicated the font to a great extent as well. But if you take a look over storage, for example, and I go to usage for that, under general, so I go to general and take a look over the usage over here, and same way I go it over here on the original one, general, and then I go for usage. So over here you can see that the usage is actually shown in this way on original iPhone 6, which tells you the use space, the available amount of space, the battery usage and other things, whereas the same does not happen on the fake one, because the fake one is actually running Android, not iOS. So this is Android, which is designed in such a way, this is a custom UI which is running on top of Android, which is designed in such a way that it looks exactly like the iOS 8. So this is a ROM, I guess. I'm not sure of this ROM, but this is definitely a ROM. And as you can see over there, the phone have a storage of 128 GB as per the information which they have given over there. But I don't actually believe that, because this is actually fake, so they might be faking this thing as well as far as storage is concerned. And one thing you will see on the fake iPhone under usage, under general, is that you can change the default write disk. You can install applications on the SD card. Again, I do not see any SD card slot on this one, but still they have this provision, which is I think part of the UI. So you can change it to phone storage, SD card, nothing actually happens. This is just to basically disguide you actually. So the same will not happen over here, because the iPhone does not have an SD card slot. So if you see support for SD card, definitely you are looking at a fake iPhone 6 or whatever you actually are buying, if in case it is iPhone 6 Plus. Let me just come out, and now I can show you some of the things like the camera. So over here we have the camera icon, which is same. Again, you can see that there is lag over here launching the camera, but there is no lag over here. The camera actually got launched pretty easily, and again it was faster than the fake one. And this is how the differences will look like. As far as the camera UI is concerned, you will have camera options over here on the original, which includes photo, video, slow-mo and time-lapse, whereas over here on the fake one you will have photo, video, slow-mo, time-lapse again, which is same. Commendable, I would say. They have replicated to a great extent. And over here you will see square, panorama. So over here you will see pano. So in terms of interface, they look exactly the same, and they have replicated it to a great extent, so you won't be able to basically find out which one is original and which one is fake. Now there are few other differences which I would like to highlight. First of all, whenever you get an iPhone 6 duplicate or the fake one and you want to check it, you just need to launch Safari. So you launch Safari on both of these browsers and you will see the difference, that Safari over here is actually Safari, whereas this browser over here is actually a default Android browser. And you will have 4G being displayed on the fake iPhone 6 all the time, even when it is not having the SIM card inside. So there is no SIM card inside, and it is displaying this 4G just for the fake of it, just to fake it that it is something which is an iPhone 6. This is something which they have done. Apart from this, if we come back and take a look over some other application interface with which you can find out which one is fake and which one is original, you just need to launch the photo gallery. So launch the photo gallery over there on both of these two phones. This is how it look like, and over here it will say have to share, not share, just like the original one on which the option is share, and it cannot sync to iCloud, whereas it has displayed this option just to fake it. As far as clock interface is concerned, let me just show you the clock interface on this one and this one. So this is how the interface look like. You can easily see the difference over there. Again, this is something which is very different as per what you see. So you can see the difference over there. The UI is something which is very similar, but you can identify from the world clock. So world clock area will have the clock displayed in this way. However, you can change the analog style. So this is how it will look like. But again, you cannot see the gray thing over here on the bars, whereas the same does happen over here on the fake iPhone 6. So these are some of the differences which we wanted to basically highlight in this video to tell you which one is a fake iPhone 6 and which one is an original one. There are differences which I pointed out on the hardware side, on the build quality side. Again, the iPhone 6 feels rock solid when you hold it in hand, whereas the iPhone 6 fake one, the fake one actually looks very plasticky and very light in terms of the weight. This is better in terms of the quality. This is something which you can differentiate from which you can actually differentiate. You can differentiate from the logo. So if the logo is like a sticker on the iPhone 6, then definitely it is a fake one. And then some other differences which we pointed out as far as the connectivity ports are concerned and the front display is concerned. The front display is very nicely faked, I would say, on the fake iPhone 6, which may make you believe that this is a original iPhone 6, but there are differences which I have pointed out. Again, you can find out whether you have a iPhone 6 original one or a fake one from this video which we have just done for you. So in case you have any questions for these two devices, do let us know. If you have any questions, you can leave your questions in the comment section below. You can like this video help you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.